Hi, so I'm going to show you some basic tactical ideas, some maps for you to consider as we approach the season. In all likelihood, we'll play 4-3-3 and our opponents will play 4-4-2. In all likelihood, our opponents will play flat in the back, flat in the back, and we will play with not a sweeper, but our center back will play a little bit deeper. One of our center backs will drop back a few yards to give us some depth in defending. So just a few basic ideas with regard to what a 4-3-3 looks like in a team that's trying to possess the ball and play to feet. So let's just say, for example, that the ball was on the foot of our left back. What happens then? The basic pattern is that our left midfielder heads toward the touchline and tries to get out wide as close to the touchline as she can, even maybe get your heels on the touchline and face the field of play. Don't run away, face the field of play. Our left forward does the same thing, okay? Now, our left forward might sneak in and target up if in fact their midfielder, their right midfielder is in this position, or if their right midfielder steps up and is in this position, our left midfielder might target up here, but we're trying to get our left forward out wide. Our central midfielder plays the role of looking to help with possession, and our center forward comes over and targets up, kind of on a line with our central midfielder. Our right forward pinches in, and our right midfielder pinches in from the side into the middle of the pitch. So now here are the options that we begin to see for the left back. This center back drops, and it could be this center back who drops, to create that 45-degree angle in support of the ball. So if the striker is shutting us down, we can always turn and play the ball back and then play a long ball over pressure. But let's say that their striker in the 4-4-2 is right here. So what happens is that we always need to find channels. So if the striker is here and the ball gets played out to our left midfielder, our central midfielder looks to find a channel because the striker is going to chase the ball. And then here is the channel. And the left forward gets out as wide as she can because this becomes a channel as well. And our center forward targets up, our right forward pinches in, and our right back, here's where our run comes from. This is why we want to open that side up. We're not going to make our runs with our right midfielder. We want to make our runs up the pitch with our backs because our midfielder is going to help us possess the ball. So here we are. The ball is on the foot of the left midfielder, and she really has three choices in this case. And really, actually four. She could play the ball back to the left back if pressured. She could look for the central midfielder. She could look for the left forward who has made her way over to the, oh, come on, soccer ball, stay over here, to the touch line. Or she could play over pressure, whoop, and try to play to the center forward who is facing with her back to goal. Now, the reason that we pinch our midfielder and forward from the right side in is because let's say that the ball gets played to our central midfielder. Our right midfielder can come underneath, right? And we can do that little, the ball gets played this way. The central midfielder is facing with her back toward the goal she's trying to score on. We play a little ball back in reverse to our right midfielder and then forward to our right forward, right? So we're going forward, back, forward. We're not playing square balls across the pitch, but we're going forward at an angle, back at an angle, forward at an angle. If the ball gets played, if this player pinches in and we have this channel, the left midfielder has this channel, she can play a ball forward to our left forward, or she could play a ball over pressure again to our target player. Our target player is always shifting to try and be able to receive a ball with their back to goal. Let's say, for example, that their right midfielder comes in and pressures and their central midfielder is pressuring. Right? Here comes their striker to pressure. And a ball gets played over pressure to center forward. Then the central midfielder comes underneath, looks for that channel to play in support, right? Our right back is still making the run up the pitch because we'd love to play a long ball over their backs to our right forward, making a run up the pitch. And our right midfielder comes up the pitch, so she actually is in the center of the field, right? She has slid from the right side into the center of the field and creates a supporting angle by coming up a little bit higher than the central midfielder because, again, if the ball gets played to the center forward and our right midfielder is in here, we can go forward, back, and then forward in this direction. So I'm going to bring the ball back here to our center back. I'm going to have our center back. Oh, yeah, our right back made a run. I was like, where's the right back? Oh, yeah, she's up the field. I'm going to bring our right midfielder and our right forward back out here. I'm going to bring our central midfielder back into the middle of the pitch. This is kind of what things look like when we're starting. This is our kind of the shape that we're looking at, because when we have this shape, if we lose possession, we have good defending shape. So let's say the center back has the ball and she's looking to play a ball over pressure to our center forward. Well, what we're still trying to do is we're trying to create angles in the channels, because usually their striker will challenge, will come in and pressure us, and we're trying to create those channels, those places where we can get into that little slot and play balls through there. So for example, if our center back has this channel, the right back has to shift over, right? The right back may end up having to drop if the center back has to turn and play back, but if the center back plays a ball to our right midfielder, who is facing with her back to goal, she's not facing the goal that we're trying to score on, our right back comes underneath, and we go forward, back, and our right forward gets her heels on the touchline. Our center forward shifts over. All of this is happening with our backs to goal. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording so that I don't go over 10 minutes.